Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and today we will cover one more topic, that is understanding the transit of Mars in his own sign of Aries starting 24th December 2020 till 22nd February 2021. Now this is a very important transit because this transit is going to trigger certain events, and for the last few months Mars has been retrograde, and therefore the Martian energy was of an introspective nature rather than of an aggressive nature. So now Mars has become direct around 14th November, and he is going to enter into the sign of Aries or Mesh on 24th December 2020. So in this video, let us analyze the impact of this transit on the world in general. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. So before we proceed further, let us understand what the planet Mars or Mangal represents. So Mangal or Mars represents a commander, a soldier. It is a fiery planet, and it represents the aggression, dominance, passion, and drive that exists within all of us. So people with a very strong Mars, they are very headstrong and they believe in direct action. They believe in working hard to achieve their goals. They are very aggressive and dominant. On the negative side, Mars also represents injuries, fights, accidents, and surgeries. Mars or Mangal rules two zodiac signs, that is the first house of Aries and the eighth house of sudden events, that is the sign of Scorpio. Now let us look at this chart which shows the position of planets on 24th December 2020. So you can see in this chart that the second square has three planets, Ma, Mo and Ur, where Ma stands for Mars, Mo stands for Moon, and Ur stands for Uranus or Herschel. Now so far Mars was retrograding in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so the Martian energy was introspecting itself in spiritual waters. It turned direct on 14 November 2020, and on 14 November 2020 Mars became direct in the sign of Pisces, and on 24th December 2020, which is a Thursday, Mars is going to enter into the sign of Aries. So the leftmost square which you see in this diagram, the top leftmost square, that is the sign of Pisces, and the square to the right of that, that is the second square, is the sign of Aries. On 24th December, Mars is moving from the sign of Pisces into the sign of Aries. But there is a slight problem here, because the sign of Pisces is a watery sign, the sign of Aries is a fiery sign, and Mars has to cross the border between a water sign and a fire sign, and this is when Mars is said to be in something called as Gandanta. So Gandanta represents the border where fire meets water. So what happens when fire meets water? There is obviously some steam, some kind of smoke, and when an aggressive planet like Mars is going to cross the Gandanta between the sign of Pisces and the sign of Mesh, definitely there is going to be some aggressive action, some kind of fire, some kind of dominating thing which is going to happen in the world as Mars transits into the sign of Aries. So we already know that the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter at the exact same degree has occurred on 21st December 2020. I have made a separate video on that. And immediately 3 days after this, Mars is going to cross the Gandanta and enter into his own sign of Aries. So this transit of Mars is going to trigger certain events in the world. Let us see what these events are. Now Mars has three special aspects. He has the fourth aspect, he has the seventh aspect, and he has the eighth aspect. That is, Mars sees the fourth house from where he is placed. When I say the fourth house, you have to count the house in which Mars is placed as the first house. So Mars's fourth aspect falls on the sign of Kark or Cancer, and Mars's seventh aspect falls on the sign of Tula or Libra. Mars's eighth aspect falls on the sign of Scorpio. Now let us try to understand the impact of these aspects. Now Mars's fourth aspect falls on the sign of Cancer or Kark. Now what is the sign of Cancer or Kark? The sign of Cancer or Kark is ruled by the moon. It is the natural fourth house in the zodiac. And what does the fourth house represents? It represents property, it represents the mother, it represents your emotions, it represents land. And Mars is also the Karaka of land and property. That is, he is the significator of property and land. Now this sign of Kark is also aspected by Saturn and Jupiter with their seventh aspect right now. Okay. So when both Saturn and Mars aspect a house, that house is going to experience some turbulence because these are opposing energies. If you look at the birth chart of India, India has Taurus Lagna, and for a Taurus Lagna, the third house is the sign of Cancer or Kark, which represents the Parakram Bhav, the sign of courage, the sign of valor. Okay. So what is going to happen because of Saturn's aspect on this sign of Kark? Okay. Because of Saturn's aspect, some kind of foreign forces are going to create problems in our country, that is India. Okay. And Mars, the soldier, is looking at this house, that is the sign of Kark, and trying to protect it. Now because these are opposing aspects, our border areas, that is India's border areas, namely with Pakistan, Bangladesh, etc., are going to experience some kind of stress, some kind of event will happen there. Also, because Moon, who is the ruler of Cancer, is present with Mars on 24th December, okay, and Uranus is also there. Uranus represents sudden events. Mars can represent things such as accidents, injuries, attacks, okay, and Moon represents our emotions, and he is also the ruler of the fourth house. So due to this transit of Mars into the sign of Aries on 24th December 2020 till 22nd Feb 2021, lot of issues will be experienced on the border areas of India, particularly the borders with Bangladesh, Pakistan and China. So you can expect some kind of turbulence, some kind of attacks on our borders during this period, to which the Indian army will retaliate forcefully if provoked. So in short, from the fourth aspect of Mars and the seventh aspect of Saturn, we understand that the areas of Pakistan, Bangladesh, West Bengal, China, okay, we are going to experience some kind of turbulence in these border areas. Mars puts his seventh aspect on the sign of Tula or Libra, the seventh house of natural relationships, of businesses, of partnerships, okay, and this aspect of Mars is a very forceful aspect. So during this period, we have to be careful while maintaining our relationships with the opposite sex, with our spouse, with our partner, and also in our workplace or in our businesses. We must not take any rash decision which may later cause us to regret, because Mars represents direct action. He represents rash action also. So when you are talking to your spouse, when you are talking to your business partners, please learn to be soft spoken and humble. Do not be aggressive. Do not try to unnecessarily get into disputes, because that is where Mars will try to divert you. So if you are of the Tula ascendant, or even for the Aries ascendant, this aspect of Mars, that is the seventh aspect of Mars on the sign of Libra or Tula, can create relationship problems. Now, one more important thing to note is that right now Rahu is in the Mrigashira Nakshatra. Okay, and on 27th January, Rahu is going to move into the Rohini Nakshatra. Again, the Rohini Nakshatra is ruled by the moon. Okay, the fourth house is also ruled by the moon. And Mars is aspecting the fourth house. Saturn is also aspecting the fourth house, that is the sign of Cancer or Kark. Okay, so after 27th January 2021, in the areas of West Bengal, we are surely going to experience several problems. So we need to be very aware of this situation where our borders will face some turbulence, where areas such as West Bengal and the northeast regions will also face a lot of turbulence. However, remember that the moon is a friend of Mars. Okay, and so any turbulence that is experienced in the moon's house, Mars will try to take direct action to protect that house. So you can expect some action from the armed forces, from the navy, etc. Because Mars represents our armed forces, it represents our navy, it represents the air force. So if there is turbulence, Mars can definitely reduce this turbulence or even preempt this turbulence by taking direct action. Now let us look at where Mars's 8th aspect falls. Generally, the 8th aspect of Mars is a destructive aspect, but in this case, this 8th aspect of Mars is falling on his own house, that is the sign of Scorpio or Vrishik. Now, Scorpio or Vrishik is the natural 8th house in the zodiac belt. Okay, and the 8th house represents sudden upheavals, it represents transformation. Now, Ketu is already present in the 8th house. Okay, and 8th house is a dark web. Okay, it represents buried things, it represents hidden things, it represents scandals. So now Ketu is trying to bring all this out. So as I said earlier, after 21st December 2020, for the next few months, you will find that lot of scandals are coming out, and all the people in authority who have abused their positions, all the senior people in the government who are misusing their positions, okay, all those scandals are going to come out. There is no doubt in this. Now, Mars is also aspecting this natural 8th house with his 8th aspect. Okay, so what happens because of this? These scandals will come out faster than we expect. It will not be a slow process. Because of Mars's direct 8th aspect on his own house, all these scandals will directly come out because Mars wants to clean that house now. Also, you can see that Ketu itself is a mystic planet, and Ketu gives fruits similar to that of Mars. Okay, so when Mars is transiting the Gandanta, Ketu represents suppression. Okay, the 8th house represents accidents and sudden events. The eclipse has just occurred in the Jeshta Nakshatra. What does this mean? It means that when Mars is transiting the Gandanta on 24th December, we can expect an event like the death of a very senior person in the government. Okay, this is quite possible because Mars is crossing the Gandanta and he's putting his 8th aspect on the sign of Scorpio, and the eclipse has also occurred in the sign of Jeshta, which represents somebody senior, somebody at a high position. Okay, and the 8th aspect of Mars always causes some kind of destruction. So this means that when Mars is transiting the Gandanta, a very senior person in the government or a person who is having a very high authority, something may happen to that person. So now guys, you will say you have been talking everything that is negative. What is positive about this transit? Okay, so one good positive thing about this transit is, even though the Indian borders may experience turbulences, may experience problems, because Mars is a soldier, okay, these problems will be resolved by direct action, by direct conflict with these people who are causing problems from foreign lands. Mars represents our passion, our enthusiasm, okay, to do work. And now since Mars is direct and he is in his own house, we will all have a strong motivation to achieve what we want to in life. We will have that drive, we will have that force, and especially the people who are born with an Aries ascendant, they will find a strange kind of drive and they will do their work very sincerely and succeed at that. So in short, Mars brings about the drive and passion within us to achieve our goals now. Okay, so long Mars was retrograde, and after 14 November he became direct, but he was still in the spiritual waters of the sign of Pisces, and so he was introspecting. Now we have learnt from our mistakes, okay, and we are ready to move to the next level by taking the right steps. And it is here that Mars provides us the passion, the drive and the aggression to do things in the right way and achieve our goals. Another important thing to note is that on around 15th January 2021, we will have Makar Sankranti, okay, and the sun will transit into the sign of Capricorn, and sun will also be conjunct Saturn and Jupiter. Now the sun and Saturn are opposing energies. Sun represents the government, Saturn represents the masses, and Jupiter represents our beliefs. So that is why I am saying that after 15th January, that is around mid of January, you will find a lot of changes in the government system. Okay, there will be a lot of struggles, lot of conflicts, because Sun and Saturn are also coming together in the sign of Capricorn. And Sun and Saturn will also aspect the sign of Cancer or Kark along with Mars. So when three malefic planets, that is Sun, Saturn and Mars, are aspecting the sign of Cancer, definitely you can expect some kind of turbulence across the borders of India. The good part is that after mid of January, most of the corrupt people in the government, they will be totally exposed. Okay, and such governments may even fall. This is going to happen across the world, not just in India. So this is what we can understand from this transit of Mars. So this transit of Mars is going to bring a phenomenal change in the government, in the systems. Okay, although it is going to cause some turbulence along the borders, some conflicts, etc. But overall, this transit of Mars gives us the drive to do things in a better way and achieve our goals. Now remember that Mars is the Karaka of property and land. Okay, he is aspecting the natural 4th house. He is also aspecting the natural 8th house. The 8th house already has Ketu in it, which indicates that there is going to be some kind of transformation. Okay, and when Mars aspects such a Ketu, when Shani aspects the Karka Rashi, okay, there is a high possibility of earthquakes in times ahead. So in the year 2021, we are going to see a lot of earthquakes, but all this will be for the good of society, for transforming the society. So the three events, that is the solar eclipse on 14 December 2020, the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn at the exact same degree after almost 800 years, and the Mars transit across the Gandanta on 24th December 2020. These all indicate major transformations in society in times ahead. So let us be prepared for this and let us have the enthusiasm to attain our goals in a systematic and proper way. All these transits, all these eclipses also imply that if we do our work with dharma, then no harm will come to us. But if we are not on the path of right dharma, then definitely this eclipse and these transits are going to expose us completely. So friends, thanks a lot. Hope you liked this video. My contact details are given in this slide. For any consultation, for any queries, please email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon with another video. Till then, bye. Take care.